Mitosis is a type of cell division that is done by plant and animal cells that divides the duplicated contents of the cell's nucleus into two equal parts.
Interphase is the first and longest stage of the cell cycle, in which the cell duplicates its DNA in a process called DNA replication, as well as growing in size and creating necessary proteins in preparation for the rest of the cell cycle.
The first part of mitosis is prophase. During early prophase, the replicated chromosomes coil up into X-shaped chromosomes, and the nucleolus dissolves. Tiny tube-like structures made of proteins called spindle fibers start to form. These spindle fibers start to stretch across the cell from the centrioles that have moved to the ends of the cell. Now starts late prophase, where the spindle fibers have formed and attach themselves to the centromeres of the chromosomes. Finally, the nuclear membrane disappears.
Metaphase is where the spindle fibers line the X-shaped chromosomes along the middle or equator of the cell in preparation for anaphase. In anaphase, the spindle fibers pull the X-shaped chromosomes apart as the spindle fibers begin to contract. This pulls apart the centromere, which allows the sister chromatids to move to the opposite sides of the cell. Now, when the sister chromatids separate, each is considered to be a chromosome.
Telophase. Telophase is the final stage in mitosis. Now, a complete set of chromosomes is at each side of the cell. The spindle fibers then disappear and a nuclear membrane then forms around the sets of chromosomes. After this, a nucleolus appears in each nucleus, and now the cell is ready to separate and divide. Cytokinesis. Cytokinesis is the last part of the cell cycle in which the nuclei divide into two daughter cells that are identical to the parent cell.
Meiosis starts the same way as mitosis, starting with an interphase almost identical to mitosis. Prophase, in which the X-shaped chromosomes, in addition to everything else, they do something called crossing over, in which they exchange certain parts of DNA with homologous chromosomes, which are chromosomes that are the same size, shape, and have the same gene location. In metaphase, instead of lining up in the center in a straight line, they go 2 by 2 in pairs with their homologous chromosomes. Then there's anaphase, where the X-shaped chromosomes get pulled to the poles of the cell, and telophase, in which the spindle fibers disappear. A nuclear membrane then forms around the sets of chromosomes, and a nucleolus appears in each nucleus, and now the cell is ready to separate and divide. However, meiosis doesn't end there.
In meiosis, the cell undergoes a second round of division, but skips interphase, immediately going to prophase 2 with half the chromosomes. In prophase 2, they don't cross over. Metaphase 2 is the same as in mitosis, with the chromosomes being aligned in the center of the cell. In anaphase 2, the chromosomes get pulled apart, and telophase 2 is identical to telophase 1.
Cytokinesis is the last part of the cell cycle in which the nuclei divide into 4 daughter cells. To summarize, meiosis is a type of cell division that results in the formation of sex cells, such as sperm cells and egg cells. It is a complex process that involves 2 rounds of cell division, resulting in the production of haploid cells, cells with half the number of chromosomes as the original cell.
How are they similar or different though? One of the key differences is what type of reproduction they are, with meiosis being part of sexual reproduction and mitosis being a form of asexual reproduction. During meiosis, the DNA is replicated, and the cell undergoes 2 rounds of division. In the first round, the chromosome pairs separate and the cell divides into 2 daughter cells. In the second round, the daughter cells divide again, resulting in a total of 4 haploid cells.
Mitosis, on the other hand, is a type of cell division that results in the production of 2 identical daughter cells, each with the same number of chromosomes as the parent cell. Mitosis is important for the growth, repair, and replacement of cells in the body.